Have you ever wondered why phone scammers use such bad grammar? It's not because they're lazy, it is a filter. If you're smart enough to spot the typos, to listen to the bad English or hear the bad English, you're too smart to be a victim. They want people to self-select into the trap. I use that same process or logic for my remodeling business. I use it to protect my clients, not to rob them. I purposefully overquote my jobs. Let me show you why. I had a job years ago that really kind of bit me in the rear. The original estimate for a single car garage addition was $56,000. I had a concrete sub who told me $400 a yard would be sufficient to cover everything. It was not. We ended up around $800 a yard. I had to explain how we went $6,000 over just in concrete. Looking at the other allowances, you can see the net. We were only over by $4,800 at the end of the job, but we would have been under budget were it not for that grotesque overage. It was a wake-up call. Now I don't want to say I use fatter allowances. I try to use more accurate numbers, but I still use allowances today. This is a job that was a basement wet bar. It went really well. Original price was $45,000 before sales tax. They saved a lot of money on their cabinets, and they saved quite a bit of money on the wood countertops. We used elm slabs, live edge slabs. Had they picked something like black walnut, obviously would have been a lot more. Overall, we ended the job $6,500 under budget. It's incredible. We look like absolute heroes. So here's how this looks on a much larger job. This was a big master suite remodel. Original was around $127,000. We ended up around $150,000 when it was all said and done. You can see here that within all the allowances, we did pretty well. We were within $114 of our original amount. We added a few things down here. We went over in several areas. Some of that was expected or not surprising, but the customers kind of knew what was coming and had the money available to cover it. So we ended up $10,000 over. Not the best, but honestly not surprising with this kind of project. All that to say, stop bidding to win the job. Start bidding to protect. If a client walks away because your allowances are too high, let them go. They weren't prepared for the reality of construction. You didn't lose a job, you dodged a bullet. You want to be the guy who finishes under budget. It's the best marketing you'll ever have, because when people ask them, how did the contractor do, or who did this work for you, they're going to say, man, this guy finished under budget. That never happens, right? So verify your numbers, pad them a little bit, and good luck to you.